One of the things I love about wintertime is soups. I am a huge soup fan and I love roasted cauliflower. So you're gonna love this roasted cauliflower soup. It is so simple. It only has 6 ingredients and you don't even need a pot to cook the soup in, and it's really simple. So let me show you how easy it is to put this thing together. Pronto? Allora andiamo a cucinare. Ciao my friends, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Lucia and this is where I specialize in easy recipes for healthy everyday cooking. So let's get started on how to make this roasted cauliflower soup. First thing we do is we get our head of cauliflower and we need to cut it into small pieces. Now if you don't want to do this and you want to cheat and get the bag that's already cut up for you, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes I do that too, and it's really nice that that is an option for you if you want to make a quick dinner. So I'm just going to break up all these little florets, and you want them to be about the same size because they're all going to be cooking on the sheet pan, and if they're all the same size, at least they'll all cook evenly. You don't want too many small pieces or big pieces. So on a sheet pan, we just want to start placing our florets. Okay, and then to that, we're going to add some onions. Now we could saute the onions, but I just find it's just as easy to put them on the sheet pan with the cauliflower. So I'm just going to slice these. And you don't have to worry about it being too perfect. We're just going to add that here. We do want to kind of break up these rings a little bit. Now you could chunk it up if you wanted to instead of slicing. That's totally up to you. So now we want to add some drizzle of olive oil so everything is evenly coated. And that's going to help so that the cauliflower and the onions don't stick to our sheet pan. I'm also going to add some salt. And then we just want to mix it up. Now we want to place this in the oven at 425 degrees, and the cooking time is going to vary depending on the size of the cauliflower that you've cut up. So it could be anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. Now if you've never roasted vegetables and you're curious how to do it, maybe you haven't had success roasting vegetables, I'm going to include this card right here. You can go ahead and check out on the best way to roast vegetables. All right, so now let's go ahead and place that in the oven. Now while our cauliflower is in the oven, I'm going to make some croutons for the soup. It's really simple. I've just got some day-old bread that I've just kind of cut up into cubes, and I'm going to add some olive oil in here, probably about a tablespoon or so. And to that I am going to add some salt and just a little bit of cracked pepper. And I'm just going to let the breadcrumbs just kind of toast here, and when they get nice and golden brown, I'm going to pull them off because that's pretty much what I'm looking for. I just want them to get nice and golden brown. This is a great way to use up extra bread if you have it. Now if you don't have bread and you just want to add regular store-bought croutons, I mean, you can go ahead and do that as well. And this will just take about 5 minutes or so. So we can see our cauliflower is all beautifully golden brown. It's not too dark. So now at this point we're going to put it into our blender. At the last minute, I ended up taking a garlic head that I just cut the top off, put a little bit of oil and salt, and then enclosed it in some aluminum foil so I could have a little bit of roasted garlic. So I am going to put a few of the roasted garlic in here, and I'm going to save the rest for later. And to this, I am now going to add my cream, and I do have heavy cream, but if you are trying to watch how much fat you have, if you wanted to use half and half or whole milk, I mean, that's fine, you could do that. Or you could eliminate it altogether. I'm also going to add some broth, and I just have a vegetable broth here, but you can do chicken broth or any kind of broth. And I just want to add enough in here just to kind of blend it. And so we're going to start blending it on low. But we just want to blend it until it's nice and smooth. And so now at this point your soup is ready, so you can refrigerate it, or if you're planning for a party, it's prepared. All you have to do is heat it up when it's time to cook or to eat it. So I do have a pot on the stove, and we're just going to add this to our pot so it begins to heat up. So at this point, while it's reheating, this is where we want to make sure we have enough salt and pepper, and then I want to add some thyme, and so I'm just going to add just a few pinches of thyme in here. Now if you don't like thyme, you don't have to add it, but I just like that earthiness to it. You could add rosemary if you wanted to, any type of herb that would give it that fall flavor. Okay, so our soup is nice and hot. It's starting to boil. So at this point I'm going to place this in my soup bowl, and we're going to add some garnishment to the top of this. Now, of course, the toppings are optional, whatever you want to add. If you wanted to put more thyme leaves on here fresh, you could, but I'm just gonna chop up some chives, add it on here. And then those croutons that I got nice and crispy, I'm gonna add a couple of those on here. And then to finish it off, using some extra virgin olive oil, I am gonna put a little bit of drizzle of olive oil on here. And of course, a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. And there you have a perfect soup for any night where you just feel like something comforting to eat. And of course, what would go great with this is this apple cake that I have right up here, and I will check you out in the next video. Until next time, I'm Chef Lucia, and I'll see ya. Ciao, ci vediamo dopo.